Here we have an Apple MacBook Pro. Where do you think it comes from? A shop? An Apple depot somewhere in the country? Or do you think it comes from an online store? Do you not know where it comes from? Or are you one of the few people who, when asked where something like this has come from, you think of the factory it was made in? When I look around my desk at all my stuff, I see the origins of them mostly as the shops I bought them in. Either that or I just don't know where they're from. I rarely, if ever, think of where they were made. I feel the same way about my food. I don't look at a pizza and think of the cow on a farm that was milked to help make the cheese. And yet one of the first questions I ask when I meet new people is, where are you from? Why am I so concerned with where my friends are from and not my stuff? I know I'm not alone in this, so I asked some people around me where their stuff was from, and here's what I found. As you can see, the proportion of people who answered a shop when asked where your stuff comes from is far larger than that of the people who said the country it was manufactured in. In fact, only 1 in 7 people said the country of manufacture. The question I asked myself from this was, should I care? Does it really matter? To some people, it probably won't matter at all, but I thought it would be quite interesting to look at an object from my desk and find out where it's from and how I feel about that. So I'll go back to the first image I showed you of an Apple MacBook Pro, as I own one. So where does this come from? Well, the majority of Apple's products are manufactured in China. They also have factories in Taiwan, Singapore, the Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, the Czech Republic, and the United States. But since most of their products are made in China, I'll take that as where my laptops come from. Recently, the workers have just received a 16 to 25% increase in their wage, coming to between 1,800 and 2,500 yuan a month. But is that a fair wage? Excuse me while this becomes a maths lecture. The minimum wage in China is around 800 yuan a month. The new minimum wage Apple pays its Chinese workers is 1,800 yuan a month, which is 225% of the minimum wage. The UK's minimum wage for 1 month full-time work is £1,050. If we multiply that by the 225%, we get the hypothetical minimum wage of an Apple worker in the UK, which works out at around £2,360. These two sums of money don't mean anything yet. So let's take a Big Mac and see if we can compare them through this. A Big Mac in China cost 14.7 yuan, which is 0.008% of a Chinese Apple worker's monthly salary. A Big Mac in the UK costs $2.99, which is 0.001% of the hypothetical UK Apple worker's monthly salary. This is all just thought put into context. This isn't fact by any stretch of imagination. But looking at that, we can either draw from it that Big Macs in China are 8 times more expensive, or that they are paid 8 times less. For argument's sake, let's say they're paid 8 times less, because that is the same as what I've found through other reading. So how do I feel about that? If I were to say I couldn't care that they were being paid 8 times less than what I would be paid, because I'm the one sitting here at my desk with my awesome MacBook Pro, would that be barbaric of me? Would you think that was awful? I'm not saying that that is what I'm saying, but if you would be offended by that and think I would be wrong to say that, then I'd ask you, what do you think is fair? And what are you doing to achieve that fairness? I feel this is the really interesting part of the origins of our stuff. Finding out where something is from and understanding that and seeing how we feel about it. Take a look at your desk, pick an object, and find out its origin. See how you feel about it then. I know I feel differently about my MacBook Pro.